What's going on, guys? So it's been actually a couple days since I've been out in the garage. I've been chasing parts and a little road trip out of town there, which you guys just saw the video of that, so it was pretty slick. But I'm back in the garage. It's a few days before Christmas, so I think my first step, I gotta clean up in here. It's got motors strewn everywhere and junk everywhere. Every surface has something on it, which hey, I guess that's just the byproduct of being busy. But I'm tripping over myself to the point where I can't handle it, and I actually bought another motor, which is sitting in the back of my truck since yesterday or the day before, I guess, even. So it's time I clean up in here because I got to get that thing in here. I don't know, I gotta sell some stuff or do something. But so yeah, I'll get a little cleaning up going on, and then I don't know, see where we go today. Well, the night got away from me. I did manage to clean up a little bit in here. This is that big block I got off a local guy. So it worked out pretty good. I had another motor on this little stand there, which I put for sale on Facebook, and a guy took it within like 10 minutes. So screwing off that, I had to unload that, put that one back on the stand, get that out of my truck, and I mean, winter problems. Otherwise, I got out of the car. I got the transmission, all the linkage hooked up, speedometer cable, all the mounts are tight. I went over the exhaust, double check everything there. I pulled the drive shaft little U-bolts there, and I Loctited those, so I'm always paranoid those are going to come out. I finished the exhaust. I had to tighten everything because everything was just kind of loose at the headers and whatnot. So yeah, a fair bit of progress. The other thing I did, actually, the guy had a fuel tank. So I picked that up. So it's like a legit Aeromotive one. It's way bigger on need. It's for, I don't know, 600 horsepower, 700 horsepower, some crazy number. It's the bigger one of the bunch, but it's the tank, sender, the whole deal. So that'll be pretty good. I think I'm going to use that, obviously, because I bought it. And then that Terminator kit. And then Brent there from where we were, that last video, Half-Ass Customs, he gave me a different intake. I don't know much about these, but I guess he was saying something about has return or whatever. I kind of thought this one did, but I might be wrong. I'm not really too sure on it. But, yeah. So I got a bunch of stuff left to do. But I think I'm done for tonight. It's probably about 10 o'clock. I've had enough of this crap. So tomorrow I should be able to pull the tank out, put the other tank in. And I want to measure up for some fuel lines. I want to get that. I'd like to get that kind of before Christmas. So maybe over the holidays I can do that. Because if I have the harness, the motor, the exhaust is on, I switch the tank, it should just be like a little bit of wiring, right? A few 12-volt wires and some fuel line. So that's where we're leaving it tonight. Be back at it tomorrow, and well, you guys will find what I'm doing when I do. What's going on, guys? Another day in the garage. It's actually decent weather out. It's not freezing out here. So today's plan. I'm gonna be all over the place, but I want to get a lot done. I paid up. I got this Aeromotive tank. Local guy actually had one, so it wasn't too bad. So this is pump in the tank, regular or no regulator, but it should do fine. It's got a in-out, has a sender, no big deal. The radiator, my buddy ended up on the last video welded up, so I got my little barb in there. I pulled the water pump out of the trunk, ripped the old hoses off, so I'm gonna get that on. So I'm thinking, get that on, radiator in, make sure I have enough space. So I gotta figure that out. I don't have any bracketry for the alternator yet, or a starter, so those are a couple things I gotta work on. I wanna put the tank in, pull the old one out. I ended up ordering some fittings, the way I'm gonna run this fuel system. So I got one of those Corvette style fuel filters, which is a regulator as well as return all in one. So I'm hoping that'll work out for me. But I guess we'll just see. Kind of playing it by ear, but making lots of progress. And I don't know, I might unbox that Terminator thing. We'll see how the night goes. Yeah, get at her. Progress update. Radiator's in, water pump's on. You know, I was looking at this radiator. It sure sits pretty high. I guess the hood must have a little crown in it. I don't really remember. I put it in the same holes it was in before, so it must fit. Water pump, everything seemed fine there. Bit of a funny hose up there by the Universal. The only problem is the thermostat housing is facing the wrong way, so hopefully they sell some sort of thing. I just went straight down, and I don't have any brackets, but I think the alternator goes about there. So if that's the case, I got lots of room. There shouldn't be any issues. And I'll need to find some sort of tensioner and belt and stuff like that, but hey, that's a problem for some other time. I'm making lots of progress here, so that's good. Unfortunately now, I'm gonna get out of the car and pull the fuel tank out. So that's a good job that I don't want to do, so I should probably get it over with. I brought the fender stand out, I'll just put a piece of wood over it, and I want to pull that Holley system out of the fancy box and lay it all out, maybe read the instructions. Yeah, progress. Sure looks like a car with a radiator in it though. It really lifted my spirits, so I'm glad I started there. Well, I made fast work taking this tank out. So my main issue was I was thinking about running the external pump. I don't like those in the first place. This tank is actually the one that was in the 55 when I got it, and it was just mangled inside. So I tried cleaning it, but it's all beat up. It's got a big dent in it. The sender is out of, I don't know what. It must have just been in the car when I got it. I don't know. So I took it apart, cleaned it. It didn't really work the greatest. It would kind of jump all over the place, and inside the contacts were all wore out. So I figured by the time I'd be into a new tank and a new sender, which is I think 300 and some bucks, that's what I put in the 55, then I'd still have to run an external fuel pump. So for roughly the same price, I got this beautiful unit. And this one here being a 55, it doesn't have a vent, and 57s actually do, so it vents out the yeah, I can show you here. It vents out the filler in there. Oh, it's gonna be too dark, instead of having a vented cap. So this thing would gurgle all the time when you're trying to fill up with fuel, so this will actually be nice that I can hook it up properly. Otherwise, underneath, pretty simple. 2 straps, get that out of the way. 2 straps, and then the sender and the fuel line, which I'm not using the fuel line, so pull that out. I should be able to put the new one just right in. 2 bolts, and it'll be there. Life's good. Okay, so here is the brand new tank installed. So super simple. There's just 2 straps that hold it up, and then the filler on the one side, and the front, it might be hard to see there. How am I gonna do this? On the top, so it's got in and out for fuel out and return. The red wire I just put on, well, it was off, but that's gonna be the power. There's 1 ground, and the sender's already hooked up. So pricey, but simple. And I also unboxed this Holley Terminator. Pretty simple stuff, I gotta say. So that's your main motor harness. Everything is all labeled. You and I can't screw that up. O2, injectors, the main power harness, little LCD, so I guess this just kind of pops out, and then the brain. So I mean, I can't see it being too difficult. So I think I might unwrap this, maybe lay it on the motor, start plugging some stuff in. We'll see how it goes. We're actually cat sitting, so we got to go out right away and feed that animal and see if I can come back. But I mean, really kind of making a lot of progress. Unfortunately, I'm waiting on that fuel filter. I had to order one. Won't be here till Friday with Christmas and all that going on, so that's a pain. But I'm hoping I'll have the harness done and all that stuff, but then I still need an alternator and a starter for this thing. But really, I'm making a fair bit of progress, so I'm going to unwrap some of this. Alright, well, instead of doing what I'm supposed to, stay in the garage. So I threw this harness on. It is unbelievably simple. Each and every little thing is labeled. It has just 1 harness for the injectors, which I hooked up. Everything else is pretty simple. It's got this main wire here, which is the power. So I have that just kind of loosely going over to about the battery tray. Real simple. I don't have this hooked up yet. That's for O2. But the wideband, so that'll be easy to get done there. Otherwise, it has coils. It's got cam and crank sensors, throttle, like everything. It's all 100% taken care of. Super, super simple to use. Inside the car is where I'm going to mount the the brains, so I'll put that on the firewall. And all it comes in, so that's that power wire, fused, super simple. And then these two right here go into the back of the machine, into the computer. This piece right here is what controls the little touchscreen thing. And there's a few loose wires, so there's ground and switch power on that one. And then under the hood, there's a couple as well here. So green will run the fuel pump, red needs to go to switched power again, and this is actually run old school tack, I believe, a tack wire. So that takes care of that. And then there's this little add-on, which I guess you can use but don't have to. But this can control, it does all your grounds to turn on different things. So cooling fans, it does a few other things. Oh, I'm going to use the cooling fan, so I'll just run that basically to the relay. I guess maybe you can set a temperature, I'm not really too sure. And it'll just apply ground and kick the fan on. So unbelievably simple. I know it looks terrible right now, but I want to get it all hooked up, so I'm happy with it, and I can disconnect everything and loom it and run it around and all that sort of stuff. But very, 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 very simple. So far I guess it's not terrible spending the money, as long as it works. But that's it tonight. I'm taking a little break. I might be out later, but probably not. And maybe tomorrow I'll get the rest of this all kind of wired in properly. And yeah, I gotta track some parts down. But tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so I think I'm SOL for the next couple of days. But I can I don't know, start doing some finishing up stuff on this. Alright guys, see you tomorrow. What's going on, guys? So next day, unfortunately the mail didn't go my way today. I only got a couple of things. So I'm going to get more stuff on Friday, which is a bit of a bummer. Hopefully Friday, I guess I should say that. I was really hoping I could work on this thing Boxing Day, because I got the day off and Danielle works. And maybe make it bark to life, but that doesn't look like what's going to happen. I did get a few things though. I got my swivel water neck, a new thermostat. So I can put that on there and adjust, because you can see this one's pointing the wrong way. So I can do that. I got this fancy Corvette fuel filter. So it's got an inlet and a return, and then outlet to the rail, I believe. So my plan is it'll go from the tank to the filter and then return that way. And then I'll just run up to the rail, which is great. Unfortunately, the hot rod store only had 2 short lengths of hose. So I'll be able to at least plumb in the filter, and then I'll have to run filter to the rail on Friday when they get the stuff. If they get it, story of my life. What else is going on there? I ordered a new alternator and starter because I don't want to deal with old junk, and they were cheap on Rock Auto. I got to pick up an alternator bracket for this thing. Actually, the guy that I bought it off of has a spare, so he's just going to give it to me, but that's on the weekend as well. Just a truck one that'll go in the corner. But that should be good. Then I got a pulley and tensioner, so I should be able to slap a belt on it and get some miscellaneous rad hoses. The Holley setup, I haven't done anything to it. It's just spaghettied. It is what it is. At least everything's hooked up. I think everything's hooked up. I had to order one sensor for the intake temp. So again, that'll be here on Friday. Let me know what you guys think about this. It hasn't been used yet, but I tell you, Instagram let me have it on it, thinking I'm wasting a bunch of money on it and stuff for a lot of people, instead of just reworking a factory harness, which, hey, they may be right, I'm not too sure. But I figure I'm saving money on labor, and YouTube made me a few bucks, so I spent it on the car. I thought that would be, you'll get an honest opinion of it. I don't know anything about this. I paid for it all 100% myself, so I'll let you know if it's good or junk, and that's that. Same with that Aeromotive tank, man, people let me have it on that one too. The whole LS versus small block or big block carbureted stuff really goes crazy in the comments. So let me know what you think. I like those comments, they're hilarious. But I think that's it for me today. I'll be doing some little stuff here and there. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of filming of it. I gotta do plugs and wires and that sort of stuff, but I think that's it. That's it for this video. Yeah, I think Danielle wanted to come out and say Merry Christmas before we sign off, but we'll do that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright, we're back. Hopefully we're both in frame. We're different heights. But we just want to say happy holidays. Thanks for watching. It's been a great year. Hopefully next year will go even better. We were talking about doing that live stream, so yeah, life will be good in the next couple of days, and I think that's it. That's all.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Thanks for sharing, and subscribing. Keep doing that.
See you guys later.